Today is my first session of mindful movement in the form of breath work. It is Wednesday, April 16th, 2025. And the session started at 5. It is now 5:03. I started with some cleansing breaths. The participant room is open, so whoever arrives, I will be here. So I'm just going to chill out for 30 minutes. And even if no one shows up, at least I have some time to sit with myself and direct my breath. I welcome those who are meant to share space with me virtually, and I'm excited to keep this going. Please, you may know me as Tariana, but I am Sekhmet Ra, and I am leading today's mindful movement breathwork and hekau session. We are going to do some breath work, specifically the box breathing method. I want to share my take on why connecting to the breath is important. And throughout this practice, we'll fuse in some hekau, which is sacred word, affirming words, ascending positive language. All right, so when you are ready, find a comfortable seated position. I recommend being seated in lotus, which is your legs crossed with a nice erect spine. You can be seated on a pillow or a bolster to support your lower back and your pelvis. So take the time to get what you need. We have 30 minutes together, so we're going to take our time. There is no rush. All right. Now that we're all seated in lotus, go ahead and let's first do a collective cleansing breath by inhaling through our nose, expanding the belly, hold, and release through the nose. Release the tension out of your shoulders. Go ahead and nice deep inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale through the nose. And allowing any tension to flow out as well. Inhale, strong inhale. On this exhale, release through your mouth and sigh it all out. Allow your body to settle and return to your normal breathing. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose at a pace that your body is guiding you to follow. Continue breathing. As you're breathing, I invite you to close your eyes if you feel safe to do so. Continue breathing in through your nose and out through your nose at a steady pace. Releasing the tension from your shoulders and face slowly and with grace. And when you are ready, open your eyes and come back into the present moment. That was just a taste, a snippet of what intentional breathing looks like, sounds like, feels like within your body. I'm just holding space. So that was just you listening to my voice, following along. And now I would like to get into why connecting to the breath is so important. So your breath is your life force. It is what keeps you present. If you're not breathing, then that's a concern, right? So your breath is truly what is sustaining you. It is your sustenance. It is that unseen element, that process within the body that is so sacred and important. But it's also your connection to your nervous system and regulating your nervous system. So in a moment of reflection, just think to yourself, why do I need to regulate my nervous system? Why is that a suggestion? Why am I here in this breathwork session now? How does this all connect to the nervous system? So sit and reflect on that for yourself. Why do I need to regulate my nervous system? If you feel like to share, I invite you to use the raise hand feature. All right, so being able to regulate your nervous system is is an essential skill because your nervous system is your body's response to pretty much everything. Any type of stimulation or stimuli, it's your nervous system alerting your brain of what it is experiencing. Some of the things that may come to mind are fight or flight. In those moments of like you have to act quick, your heart starts beating really quickly. Those of you who are growing through anxiety or any type of um, diagnosis that affects the nervous system, um, it all goes back to learning how to regulate. And you can learn how to regulate your nervous system without prescription medicine, without stimulants, without um, interference or bringing in substances that aren't of nature or that are not naturally occurring within you already. Right. So the nervous system is your body's response to everything, as I stated. And being able to regulate that, think of like any moment of stress, any stressful situation, your heart is going to start to respond. Your breath may start to get shallow, and you want to bring your body to a state of calm. But there are also instances where certain breathwork techniques are meant to speed up your heart rate. They're meant to speed up your nervous system's response to something, but it all depends on what you're trying to get out of that particular breathwork exercise. But for now, we're going to focus on box breathing, which is a very structured, I look at it as a very simplistic, balanced, holistic method that's easy to grasp onto. It was the first breathwork um, method that I integrated into my life, and it's what resonates, it's what stuck, and it's my go-to for everything. Um, so essentially, box breathing is breathing in through your nose, holding the breath, exhaling through your nose, holding the breath, and repeating in a square, a box. And it's usually inhaling for a set number. So, like four, you inhale for 4 seconds, hold the breath for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, inhale and repeat all within that 4 second set. And as you grow in your practice, you can play with the numbers if you'd like. So for me, what I like to do is do a full inhale until I can't inhale anymore. I hold my breath for 4 seconds and then I exhale, slowly engaging my abdomen until I can't exhale anymore. And I hold it and I repeat. That's a more slowed way of doing it. And that's without like a time limit aside from the holding of the breath. And then whenever I first integrated box breathing, I followed the 4 4 4 4 cycle. So we'll do both within our time together, starting with the 4 cycle, and then we'll experience how that method feels within our bodies by just guiding our breath without a set time limit. If at any point you begin to feel lightheaded, um, or off balance, that's okay. It's totally normal because what you're doing is you're bringing oxygen to your brain. And if you don't have a breathwork practice, it could be like kind of a shock to your system. So listen to your body, slow down at any point, return to your normal breathing at any point. This is all practice and it may be new to you, but it is possible to integrate your breath, connect with your breath, and manipulate your breath and regulate your nervous system. All right. So we'll start. If you need to, before we actually get started, if you need to extend your legs out, go ahead and do a nice little stretch, stand up, do what you need to do, and then we'll get going. Like for me, I need to twirl around my ankles. I've been sitting in lotus, so I'm going to rub my ankles and my legs. All right. Now that we're back, go ahead and as you're seated in lotus, if you like to visualize yourself as a lotus flower or as a grounded jade, which is a spine, a column, you're rooted from the base and your spine is erect, shoulders are up and back, palms facing upward, ears aligned with your shoulders. So your head isn't forward and it's not too far back. It's divinely aligned with your shoulders, which is going to help in supporting your cervical spine. And then you have your crown. You're going to imagine an invisible light flowing through your crown that's keeping you nice and aligned, like so. Whenever you're breathing in, this is an important piece of this box breathing method. When you're inhaling, your abdomen is expanding. You can imagine it as your belly filling with air. And when you're exhaling, you're bringing your navel towards your spine. So you're contracting, kind of tightening. Inhaling, you're opening and expanding. On the exhale, you're contracting. All right. That's very important. Let's go ahead and do our first deep inhale on the count of 4. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. And return to your normal breath. So whenever I first did the box breathing, I was like, oh, I'm trying to find my breath. Like breathing within a certain time frame was a bit of a challenge. But I'll do the counting one more time and then we'll pass it off to you to try it on your own. Let's do it together. Inhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale, and return to your normal breathing. All right, so this time I will not count and passing it off to you to trust in yourself to connect with your breath on your own, counting in your head or aloud if you so choose. But we will do 4 rounds together at your own pace in your head. All right. So don't, if you finish early, just continue to connect with your breath, do what you need to do. But don't feel rushed. All right. And starting now. If you're nearing the end, go ahead and just hit and load. Okay. Would anyone like to share how that felt within their body? How did that feel? Directing your breath on a 4 count, 4 times. For me, I feel very present, and it gave me a bit of like a buzz of energy. I feel stimulated but calm, and that's like I feel like I need to go like do something. Like my mind is clear, and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna get started. I was just sharing how breathing on that time feels. So now we have about 8 minutes, 7 minutes left, and we'll follow the same inhaling and exhaling technique of expanding and contracting. Very important. But this time, we're not going to count. We're going to do full inhales, full exhales until we can't anymore. The only count that you're going to do is the hold. Hold for 4 seconds, but allow your body to naturally inhale and exhale until you can't feel in the air anymore. Go ahead and do 4 rounds of that on your own at your own pace, and then we'll come back together starting now. As you're breathing, I'll continue to share some sound healing. A reminder to bring your awareness to your spine, releasing on your exhale any tension that may be in your body, in your shoulders, in your face, allowing yourself and your cells to settle, to relax, to experience oneness. as you're connecting with your second, your life force, moving it from root to crown and back within, clearing the way, for clarity of mind, letting go of intention, any intrusive thoughts, fully present with your breath in this moment. Breathing in with grace, exhaling with grace, giving thanks and gratitude for the breath, for life, for presence, for sharing space here and now. My breath is my life force. I direct the flow of my second from root to crown. My breath revitalizes my cells. I am activated. I am rooted. I am grounded. I am one with my breath. All right, come back into the present moment as we near the end of this mindful movement, breathwork, and hekau session. I express gratitude to you for showing up, for allowing me to guide you to being open to experiencing something new. Do a collective inhale, exhale. Asheo. That was it. I'll be on for a few more minutes. If you have to go, dua, adios, farewell. See you soon. 28. Oh, this is great. Um, I will still share this for those who may need it. I feel really calm. I'm grateful for creating the space to connect with the breath and guide others through it. I speak into existence a community of beings who show up in the space with me. I'm just getting started and I'm grateful. Dua, 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 kepala, dua, maat. Greetings to the listeners. I give thanks for your divine presence, for your energy, for your wisdom. It flows through me, and I'm able to share my truth in a way that is authentic to me. Ashe.